Hey team, welcome to today's session. We're going to start off with just getting a little bit of movement in, trying to get our heart rate up a little bit. So the focus for today is to really give you everything you need for a full, complete session. So we're going to give you some mobility, we're going to give you some strength, and we're going to get that heart rate up a little bit to finish things off. So it's really a session that you can do anytime, anywhere. The only equipment that you're going to really need is a pair of dumbbells. Okay, I've got 2 pairs of dumbbells with me today. I'm just going to sit down a little bit deeper into this. Yeah, I've got 2 pairs of dumbbells, one slightly heavier, one slightly lighter, obviously. Good. Let's step it out even more. It's going to be a pretty short, sharp session. And we're going to use a timer. So you're not going to worry about how many reps you're getting. You're just going to follow along on the timer on your screen. Okay, I'll give you some demos on each movement, but I'm also going to make sure on your screen you can see what's coming up next. Just doing some arm circles, getting the upper body involved a little bit, forwards, backwards, across the body. So you can really go as hard or as easy as you feel like you need today. The main goal, like I said, is just ticking something off and feeling like you are doing something for yourself. I'm going to do some step outs, some Patrick step outs. So all I'm doing is focusing on getting this knee a little bit over the toe, warming up those knees. A few more reps here. So thank you for joining me. A little bit different format than maybe you're used to. But the beauty of this is the really minimal barriers to entry. Okay? You can be doing it in your lounge room, you can be doing it with minimal equipment, and still get a really good session in, getting all those qualities that we always focus on at the Wild Movement. Good, a few more reps here. Good. From here, I'm going to come down to a squat position. You can hold on to a wall. You can hold on to something else if you need, sitting down. If that position is comfortable, then we're just going to open up for a couple of reps. And from here, setting back to a groiner. Nice long back leg, or you can drop the knee to the ground to make it a little bit easier. And swapping sides. So I'm just getting my hips and my knees ready. We've only got 4 real strength-based movements today. Okay, we're going to pair 2 of them and then pair another 2 of them. And we're going to go 3 rounds through of each. So very nice and simple. But like I said, big bang for our buck in terms of the outcome that we're going to get from it. Let's go 1 more rep. Good, and then up on our feet, and we're just going to finish with like some standing shoulder press. Okay, so reaching tall, pulling down actively. Reaching tall, click, go my elbows. Feel free to obviously extend this warm up if you feel like you need a little more. You might need to get the heart rate up a bit more. If someone that takes a while to warm up. But you can also treat the first set that we're about to do in a minute as a warm up set. So you could go a little bit lighter, you could go body weight, or you could just take your time with the reps a little bit more. All right, so the first 2 movements, we are going to do a lunge, and then we are going to do a hamstring bridge on the floor. So with our lunge, a couple of options. Okay, the most stable option is our split squat. So here, and all I'm doing is dropping that back knee down towards the ground, standing back up. To make it a little bit more dynamic, we can do a reverse lunge, okay? And with that one, we are going to swap sides as we go. Actually, what we'll do is we'll do half the time on one side and then half the time on the other side. All right, so choose your dumbbells wisely. First movement, we're gonna go just 25 seconds on. Okay, so with this one, we are going to do 25 seconds on each leg, first up. Couple of big breaths. Might show you from side on this, the first one actually. Okay, so 3, so choose your level, 2, 1, let's go. So staying on one leg. We're underway. You've made that decision to train today, to move. So let's do it with intent. You're through the warm up. Good, at any time. If you do need to press pause, you can. All right, swapping sides. I'm thinking about being on 2 rail tracks so my feet aren't behind each other. Good, keep it going. I'm gonna leave a bit of rest after this movement. Almost there. And time, well done. All right, so we're gonna pair that one with what's called a hamstring bridge. So I'm gonna be down on the ground for this one. So main thoughts with this is setting that lower back, your lumbar into the floor. And then from there, we're gonna take your feet out as far as you need to really start feeling your hamstrings. Then we're gonna lift those toes up and we're gonna hold that top position for 25 seconds in 2, 1, let's go. So I'm curling up and I'm holding it. The main cue I'm thinking about here is really pulling my ankles in towards my bum. So you might feel a little bit crampy through those hamstrings. That's okay, that's actually what we want. It means you're getting a really good contraction there. Good, breathe through it. This is like one of the most simple but hardest exercises, I reckon. Good, and time, well done. Awesome. So that's our first superset. You know what's happening now, okay? But now we're gonna increase that time. So we're gonna go up to 30 seconds on each movement. All right, so you can either stay the same weight or obviously go up. I'll show you the split squat on this one. So 30 seconds on one side, starting in 3, 2, let's do it. If I want to focus a little bit more on my hips and on my glutes, I get a little more of a forward lean at the hips and a little bit less bend in that front knee. Just like this. Good. 10 more seconds. Almost there. One more. Good. Let's swap it straight over and continue on. So this variation is good if your knees don't particularly like lunging, okay, because we're putting less load on your patella and your kneecap. Good. Keep it coming. Probably just dropping my head a little bit too much on these reps. One more rep. And time. Yes. Well done. All right. Oh, I'm out of breath. Whew. Who said strength doesn't get the heart rate up? I actually don't know who said that, but it does. So, on in 30 seconds for a hamstring bridge. Sorry, on for 30 seconds. Same cues. Really, really try and connect with trying to pull that ankles in towards the bum. 2, 1, back down, pull in. Good. Try not to let the toes roll out like that. Keep pulling in, come on. You've got this. 15 more seconds, stay with us. If it's too much, you can always go flat-footed. It's gonna put a little more on the glutes, a little bit less on the hamstrings. Keep coming, almost there. Pull, 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 pull. 2, and time. Well done. All right, one set to go of our lower body, and then we're on to upper body. Let's go a couple of big breaths. So although our heart rates might be up a little bit, we don't want that to be too much of a limiting factor in what we're doing here, because we are trying to work on strength, not just on cardio. All right. So last round, yes, we're going up again. So 40 seconds now on each movement, okay? Choose your dumbbells wisely. So this one, I'm gonna show you how to target the quads a little bit more, okay? So this is if you wanna obviously get a little bit stronger through your quads, and especially if your knees generally like lunges, okay? All right, getting ready. 40 seconds on, couple of big breaths. 2, 1, let's go. So the main thing I'm thinking about now, I'm targeting my quads, if you did change that movement with me, is I'm allowing this front knee to go a little more over the toe, so there's more bend there. And I'm also staying a little more upright through my torso. By staying more upright, it takes my back out of the movement, so my back and my hips can't help coming out of that bottom position as much. Good, almost there, 10 seconds. You might feel a bit of a stretch on that back, the front of the back hip as well. Good, all right, swapping over, 2, 1, 40 on. Last lot here, really last lot. Maybe except for a little surprise at the end of our legs. Come on. "15 seconds, come on, stay with me. Doesn't matter how many reps you're doing, let's just do them well. If you need to make it a bit harder, you can go down a little bit slower. You could pause down the bottom on tension. Let's go one more. And time. Well done. All right, here we are. Oh. Last hamstring bridge with me. Right. I hope you're enjoying this so far. Just seeing the simplicity of training. I know at the Wild Movement, we really focus on the science and getting that periodization right, but sometimes you just got to move and get out of your head and not let the variables and the analysis come in and give you paralysis. So simple is sometimes better just for those workouts, ad hoc workouts, and let's go. I like to think about that we have training where there's a end goal, the sessions are planned, the blocks are planned, and then there's exercise. And for me, this fits more into the exercise realm because the goal is just to move our body, maybe maintain our strength, our bone density, our muscle, but it doesn't particularly fit in anywhere, okay? So we're just listening to our body, we're moving, and we've got 3, 2, and time. Oh, I feel done. But we still have upper body. All right, so just gonna step it out a little bit, bring the heart rate down a bit. So with our upper body, we're doing the same format. We've got 2 movements. We're gonna be doing a top-down press. One dumbbell is up, the other one is pressing, alternating, and then we've got a alternating bent over row. Okay, so same format with our time, starting with 25 seconds on each movement. Choose your weights wisely. Getting ready. 2, 1, let's do it. Good. If you struggle with mobility overhead, a little bit of a pause at the top can help you. It'll actually make it harder, but it'll give you some time and attention in that spot where we need to improve that mobility. Good. Couple more reps and we're just gonna swap seamlessly over like we're beautifully choreographed. And let's go. Good. Come on. Come on. 10 seconds. Almost there. And time. Woo. Spicy start. All right. So pairing that with the opposite movement to keep that balance at the shoulder joint. So we're gonna do a alternating row. Okay, so same sort of thing. One is on tension, the other one is doing the movement. So here, bang, bang, okay? This one, we're gonna do 50 seconds in total. Getting ready. 2, 1, let's do it. Nice, slow, controlled reps. Try not to use momentum too much unless the weight feels like you need to. Good. Getting it done today. Good. With intent in every single rep. Shoulder blade back and down so we're not shrugging shoulders to ears at all. Come on. Almost there. Last one. And time. Woo. 50 seconds felt like a long time on that one. So in between, we're just going to step it out. Bring that heart rate down a little bit. You can probably hear from my voice, I'm a little bit nasally. I had a little bit of a head cold. So that's my excuse for being out of breath. But in all honesty, it's probably not that reason. All right, so second set, second last set, 35 seconds on each side on our press. You're here, you've got this, we're like 2/3 of the way through the session, okay? So let's bring it home together. Drop your weights if you need to. All right. 2, 1, let's do it, 35 on. Good. Doesn't matter which way you're holding your dumbbell, overhand or neutral, whatever feels better on your shoulder. Okay, we're all individual. Come on. Oh, come on. I've got that one more rep in me. And good, other side. Oh. Good, try and keep the other arm nice and locked out. I reckon I went too heavy on this one today. Such a long time. Come on. 10 seconds now, come on. Reaching tall. And time. Oh, killer. Such an innocent movement. All right, we're doing well. So, you could even repeat this session a couple of times per week and it would be effective because we're hitting every major muscle group, and you could either just do it as is or you could track sort of how many reps you're getting or what weight you're using, probably is easier in each time block. All right, second last row. What do we got here? We got 60 seconds on. Oh no. 2, 1. Good. Try not to grimace too much for you. Like I always say, smile, trick the body. 40 seconds. Good. 30 seconds. Come on. 20 seconds to go. Keep the focus on each rep. Squeeze. Squeeze. Good. 10 seconds. Almost there. One more rep. And time. Oh, thank goodness. That was tough. And the tougher news is, got one more round. I think I'm gonna have to drop my loads, drop my weight if we're going up in time. So 40 seconds on the last one. Okay, 40 seconds each side on that press. I'm gonna drop the weight because it's gonna look sloppy otherwise. Okay, so you do you, but I know you got this. Okay, so make the decision wherever you're at and let's stick with it. All right, last lot. This is it for our strength. Okay, last exercise here. 2, 1. Okay, start on the left side on this one. Only because I did it by accident. The other thing to think about is not being too bent through that lower back like I just was there. Okay, just cue myself. So think about being zipped up through that core. This is a lot of time and attention, so it can be very good for helping to preserve muscle or even build some muscle. Come on. And swap. Almost gotta put this down. Come on. Come on. 20 seconds to go. You've got this. Trying to talk you into it because I'm struggling big time, like legit. 8 seconds, come on. 2 more reps. 1 and 2. And that is done. I am done. Once again, such simple movements, but done for that time. Really, really challenging. All right, we've got our rows left, and then we're done this strength, okay? We've just got a very small little finisher to get that heart rate up a little bit, take it off our muscles. So, 40 seconds each side on our row.
I'm sorry for that. I really am.
80 seconds.
I was scared.
Actually, we might switch it up on this last one. We'll do 40 seconds on our right side rowing with the left on contraction, and then swap it over. Yeah, just to keep it interesting. 2, 1, let's do it. 40 on. Doesn't matter how fast you're going, what matters is the intention that you're putting behind it. Now let that shoulder round out at the bottom, roll out at the bottom, and then pull that shoulder blade back and down on top of the movement. Come on. Almost there.
I don't think this is a good idea. Maybe I should just go.
One more. Good. Shake it out. 2, 1. Okay. Last bit here. Come on. 2, 5. So I'm a sweaty mess. Come on. Almost there. Keep putting that meaning behind it. Think about why you pressed play today. What was it that you wanted to get out of today? Was it a feeling that you're after? A feeling of accomplishment? A feeling of, looking after yourself? A feeling of confidence? You can do that with one more rep. And time. Golly gosh. I'm really thankful that's done. All right, so the last piece today, just like a pack strength session, sometimes in a pack skill session with a little more conditioning, we are going to finish off just more of a focus on getting the heart rate up and a little bit less about the tension on the muscles. So we are going to start off with a swing, okay? Dumbbell swing is fine, kettlebell if you have it. Okay, so with this, I just want to focus on the hinge movement rather than a big squat. Then we are going to go into a thruster, or you can just do a touch and raise with body weight, which I'll show you. Okay, and then we're going to finish it off with a sit-up, or you might prefer a plank. Everything is going to be 20 seconds on, 10 seconds to rotate, and we're just doing 2 rounds, okay? Just 2 rounds, but I want you to push as much as you can for that 20 seconds. All right, so we're going to start off with a swing. Swing it into the end of our workout. On in 5, 3, 2, let's do it, 20 on. Big hip swing. And the hips and the legs do the work. 10 more seconds. Come on. 2, and time, 10 seconds rest. So you can either do touch and raise at body weight, or you can use a dumbbell for the thruster. 2, 1, 20 on. Good, come on, let's do it. Eight seconds. 3. 10 seconds rest, either into a butterfly sit-up or a plank. 2, 1, let's do it. All right, almost there, team. 10 more seconds, and then we're into our last hurrah, our last round before we get to lie down, have a relax. Come on. And time. All right, here we go. Last lot of swings. Let's bring it home. You can always do 1 dumbbell in each hand if you want. 2, 1, 20 on. Good. Nice fast dips. Let the arms relax. 10 seconds, come on. You've got this. Just don't let go of that dumbbell into your TV or into your living room or into another person. And time. Oh. All right, 10 seconds. I'm gonna do touch and raise on this one to show you. Stay with the thruster if you can. 2, 1. Good. I'm just trying to do a nice big range of movement. 12 seconds, let's go, let's move. Almost there now. Come on, let's celebrate what we've done. Bring it home strong. 3, 2, time, good. And last one. Sit up or plank. 2, 1, last movement here. Open up the ribs, close them down. Let's go 2 reps. 1. And time. Oh, well done. Well done, you. That was tougher than I thought it was going to be. But I'm glad you're here with me. You got through it. I don't know how many times you pressed pause if you did it all, but it doesn't matter. Okay, you did the work. Oh, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do some nice big breaths. Okay, I'm gonna give the option just to do some conscious breathing for a minute and then end your session there if you need to get up and go. Otherwise, I'm gonna do a couple of stretches you can follow along with after. So main thing with my breath, I'm thinking about trying to breathe in with my belly. And then I'm breathing out nice and slowly. So a slower exhale than inhale. I'm just going to stretch out my pressing muscles a little bit, taking the hands behind me, opening up the chest to the sky. So this time here is just as important as our warm up. Okay, it's going to really kickstart that recovery. So all the good stuff from training actually happens when we are recovering. Okay, we apply the stress, which is what we just did. That felt pretty stressful to me and to my physiology right now. But then to get the changes that we want, to get stronger, to put on that little bit of muscle, to all those good things, we want to be in what's called our parasympathetic state. This is the state that's opposite to our fight and flight, okay, that a lot of us live in day in, day out. And the easiest way to change that is through our breath, because when we're in our fight and flight, just like you would have noticed when you're exercising, we're breathing up here quite shallow using these muscles. When we send it down here, okay, it tells our body that we're safe, and it tells our body that because we're safe, we can start not being worried about just survival. We can actually start dealing with the stress that we were under and using it. Well, I'm just going to go into a couple of cat-cows as well. Breathing in, breathing out. You could do any stretches really in this time. It's just about slowing down. So one more. And then from there, I'm just going to go into a quad stretch on my knees, leaning back a little bit, but you can also go into a sideline quad stretch here. So pulling this leg back, opening up that hip. So hopefully you've enjoyed today. Let us know if you have. Let us know if you would like more of these sessions to give you the flexibility to train when you're on the move, when you can't make it into the gym, whatever it is. Because at the end of the day, I want that for you. I want you to find reasons to exercise for your body rather than rationalizing excuses why you can't, because that's too easy, okay? That's a easy default mode for all of us to be in, whether it's with exercise or something else. So I'm just trying to break down those barriers for you. So once again, thank you for joining me, and I shall hopefully see you in the next one.